Excellency Governors present, government representatives and all our partners, representatives from the National Assembly and Senate, fellow Kenyans, good afternoon. I stand before you on behalf of the Council of County Governors to deliver the 10th State of Devolution Address. I should also say that this will be my last statement before we hand over to the new chair of the Council. It is with deep sorrow that we as governors convey again our heartfelt condolences to the parents and relatives of the 21 children who perished in a dormitory night inferno at Hillside and Darasha Academy in Nyeri County earlier last month. We pray for comfort and strength to the affected families. And again, because we're in this moment, we would like to take a moment of silence in remembrance of the deceased peoples and in standing in solidarity with our Governor for Nyeri County. Dear Kenyans, on arid and semi-arid lands and disaster risk management. In the period under review, severe flooding, droughts, landslides, and disease outbreak profoundly impacted multiple counties, causing widespread displacement, infrastructure damage, and livelihood disruption. Our data highlights the following key points: that we had 315 total fatalities, injuries were 188 across the counties, displacement 291, set up across 25 counties for displaced persons. Schools which were affected were 1,647. Health facilities that were damaged were 64 health facilities across 12 counties, and wash facilities which were damaged were 5,306 across 20 counties. Agricultural damage to the crops was for 298,673 acres, while 9,637 livestock were lost across the counties. Driven by the commitment to protect lives and livelihood, counties were able to put in place response measures as follows. They mobilized resources to provide emergency relief to affected households, benefiting 51,282 households. Immediate steps were taken to repair and restore damaged infrastructure. For sustainability of the above, 62% of the counties have enacted a Disaster Risk Management Act, 48% of the counties have a Disaster Risk Management Policy, and 74% of counties have an operational county emergency operational plan, and 32% of counties have allocated the mandated 2% of their annual budget to the County Emergency Fund. Livestock vaccination and health. Counties also undertook extensive livestock vaccination campaign to prevent disease outbreaks following the floods and the droughts, with over 2.9 million livestock vaccinated across several counties. On lands, housing and urban development, transport and infrastructure. In the period under review, 3 county governments approved their county spatial plans, making it 18 counties with approved county spatial plans. In addition, 11 counties have their draft plans at the respective county assemblies undergoing approval, while 21 are undergoing preparation of the respective county executives. Additionally, 28 extra counties have established functioning GIS labs, bringing the total to 37 counties. By the end of the financial year, 36 counties had successfully automated their business registration services, simplifying the process of SMEs to formalize their operations. Additionally, 30 counties had implemented electronic unified single business permits, effectively streamlining registration procedures, lowering fees, and expediting licensing processes. Consequently, the number of businesses issued with trade licenses increased by 32% to record a high of 506,855 enterprises registered within the financial year. In addition, county governments have facilitated access to finance by SMEs, with at least 32 county governments establishing county business enterprise funds and other financing programs to support SMEs. In the financial year under review, counties engaged in investment promotion initiatives that included establishment of the county aggregation and industrial parks in 42 counties, with construction of necessary infrastructure at an advanced stage. 2, setting up of 28 gazetted special economic zones, with 9 of these zones being gazetted, including Riwa, Rivertex, Premier Foods Industry, Mount Elgon Orchards, International Controls, Mitchell Courts, Freight Kenya, Kingsway Industrial Park, Sagana Agro Industrial City, and Rock Plant SEZ. 3, the establishment of business incubation centers and innovation hubs to support startups and small businesses in counties such as Isiolo, Kiambu, Kisumu, Makueni, Meru, and Nairobi. Fellow Kenyans, in tourism and wildlife, 17 counties have enacted tourism acts, 10 counties have established wildlife acts. These legislative measures provide clear guidelines and regulations essential for promoting sustainable tourism practices and wildlife conservation. Narok County stands out for its proactive conservation efforts, having developed comprehensive conservation management plans to protect the Masai Mara ecosystem. These plans are not only aimed at safeguarding wildlife, but also at ensuring that the benefits of tourism are equitably shared amongst local communities, thus supporting both conservation and local economic development. Dear Kenyans, on natural resource management sector, over the period under review, counties established material recovery facilities, increasing the number of facilities from 53 to 62 on various scales. 15 counties have sanitary landfills in place, an increase from 12 counties in 2022-2023. There was also an increase in waste recycling companies from 187 to 243. Nurturing strong natural resource governance is a priority for counties, and it is on this premise that in that period under review, 29 counties developed environmental policies and acts, 35 counties developed solid waste management policies, 45 counties enacted climate change-related acts, and 37 counties developed water-related policies, and 18 counties enacted forestry-related acts. In collaboration effort with the State Department of Economic Planning and backed by the UN agencies such as UNRCO, UNDP, UNFPA, IOM, UNICEF, the COG has successfully conducted 4 county engagements. These engagements were designed to deepen the understanding of Kenya's prioritized SDG indicators, acquaint stakeholders with the voluntary local review and voluntary national review processes, and capture best practices. As such, 17 county governments, namely Bungoma, Busia, Elgeyo Marakwet, Wajir, Homa Bay, Kajiado, Kakamega, Makueni, Mombasa, Narok, Nyeri, Taita Taveta, Vihiga, West Pokot, Baringo, Kilifi, and Embu conducted VLRs in the last fiscal year and subsequently generated reports. These VLRs were incorporated into the voluntary national review that was presented at the high-level political forum in July this year. On peer-to-peer learning, under the financial year under review, our Knowledge Hub Marifa Center published the 5th and 6th editions of the Compendiums for County Innovations and Best Practices, documenting 46 impactful success stories. We have conducted 2 workshops for knowledge management champions and established a database of 31 champions. Peer-to-peer learning forums have been organized for executive directors and executive committee members across sectors. As at the 2023 Devolution Conference held in Uasin Gishu County, COG launched the Devolution Book. This publication, which can be downloaded at the Marifa Center portal, commemorates a decade of devolution in Kenya, offering valuable insights and reflections on the journey and impact of devolved governance in the country. As I conclude, ladies and gentlemen, Excellency Governors, devolution remains the cornerstone of our governance, aiming to be a catalyst for transformative service delivery and equitable development across the country. As demonstrated in the address, counties have made remarkable progress in critical sectors such as healthcare, education, roads, environment, and water and sanitation services. Despite these achievements, challenges such as clawback on county functions and delayed disbursement to counties threaten the full realization of devolution. My plea, as we implement the devolved system of governance in this third cycle, is that we all work together towards ensuring that the people of Kenya enjoy the full dividends of devolution as enshrined in Article 174 of the Constitution. To borrow from the words of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States of America, we can say that county governments are of the people, by the people, and for the people. Consequently, as governors, we are committed to investing in the success of devolution for the present and future generation. Let us continue to champion and protect devolution, building a more inclusive, responsive, and accountable governance system for all. I thank you.